What do you notice that looks really off here?
Oh boy, is it? Oh no!
Okay, so for those of you who are on Twitch, I run TechCenter LLC. The purpose of my streams is to showcase how I go about diagnosing and repairing graphics cards. I have a YouTube channel of the same name, Tech Cemetery, and if you have, let's say, a broken graphics card or laptop or any other electronic device you want to send in for repair, I have a website, www.techcemetery.com. It'll be linked in chat, actually, Twitch chat right now. And it also can be found in the About section of my YouTube and Twitch channel. Anyways, we're joined in Discord by Fyro. Fyro, if you don't know, is also a graphics card technician. He lives in Canada, and so if you have, let's say, a graphics card and you're in Canada, that's broken, of course, feel free to send him an email. He'll link his stuff in chat, I believe, if he chooses. Yep, there we go. Jeremy@fyro.ca. Anyways, so for the first card of the day, we have an RTX 2070. This one is it's been here since. It's actually been here for about 3 weeks. It's a bit long. If you don't know, I have a small backlog of cards I have to get through because I never have enough Samsung memory. RTX 20 series cards make up the bulk of my repair requests, and a lot of them need the entirety of the memory replaced, and I have just enough for this card and then maybe one more. Anyways, hi copper consumer, nice of you to join us. So, first card we're going to fix is an RTX 2070. This thing has a Micron memory, old Micron memory, and we looked at this I think a couple weeks ago, but we had to put it away because, like I said, I didn't have the Samsung memory in order to fix it. But I should have all the parts I need now, so let's take it apart and try to repair it. Hey Washer, hey Master Luck. But before we take it apart and do anything with it, let's actually just confirm the symptoms. I just want to make sure. One more time, just in case we have something like a dead memory controller, and I end up wasting like an hour. So, back to a side view. Go. Anyways, we're gonna run maths on this card just to confirm one more time. It is actually, let's say, artifacting or memory-related faults, just to be sure that there's nothing else wrong with it, given that changing 8 memory modules is kind of time-consuming and expensive. Hi, Timmy Enchanter. Hi Dark Shots, and hi Abdullah. Yep, we're not going to spend 4 hours on one card. No. Especially for that card. That was just a waste of time. You know, we fixed the problem at channel A, and then it came back like a couple hours later. So we're running maths on an RTX 2070. I'm going to guess that the guy says that this card crashes under load. Let me check the notes. He says that the card artifacts. I see absolutely no artifacting, but it does have old Micron memory. So we can kind of just assume it's, well, due to old Micron memory. And that's a pass, oddly enough. Oddly enough. Let's run mods on it. I want to just see the symptoms before I try to fix it any further. I already know that it's probably just nothing more than 8 dead memory banks, but I want to see it. This card has old faulty Micron memory. So a lot of very early Micron memory is faulty. So what happens is that when one of them dies, they all die at the same time, and so you have to replace all of them at the same time. So we're gonna just run a basic test. So let's see, ls. Do you have a, yes, we already do. ./2070.sh 178. We'll do 118 100. This is a memory test. It should just tell us a fair result. Oof. We'll put 70% fan speed. Yeah, it seems like no one's gonna let Northwich Fix live that down, are they? Is it frozen? Oh yes, I've heard of NVIDIA bread, for sure. I've heard of NVIDIA bread. Never tried it though. I feel like it'd be out of my price range. And be very, very warm. And let's see. Okay, so we have a warning in mods. We definitely have some error. Is it crashed? Anyways, like I said, this has old Micron memory, so we're just gonna replace all the memory banks. There's not a lot of diagnostic work required. The owner did say it artifacted, which I believe, you know, very likely just old Micron memory. Jaxie88 asks, you have an R9 300 series card. What is the auxiliary voltage rail for? What voltage is it? You're gonna have to use you're gonna have to be more specific. There are a lot of minor rails. Hi, Cairo. I'm good. I'm very good, actually. Yep, old Micron memory, man. This thing looks awful, I gotta say. Is that flux? Oh, hold on. We have something else. This one, I think I've actually either looked at or I've pulled the wrong card. I have quite a few cards in queue today. Okay, let's look at this overhead view. Sorry, no, microscope. Okay, first things first. So, notice how we have old Micron memory? Well, we had, hold on. This is not a good, let me just clean this up so you can show you something. Either I've pulled the wrong card, the wrong 2070, I have another one that arrived on this exact day, but this one actually has nil Micron memory, 9E. If we go to this one, 9E. If we go to this one, 9P? Yes. Let me clean it again. Yep, 9P. If we go to the next bank, hold on. We have 9P. What's this one? We have 9E. Let me get another cotton swab. This one actually might be fixable now, come to think of it. Despite the fact that it has Micron memory, so that's, yep, 9E. Going to the next one, 9P. Going to, the last one, 9U. And then going to the very first module, 8S. So some clown, likely at an RMA center, replaced everything but the very first faulty Micron memory module. Which means that our errors are very likely just this one bank. I should note that what you see here is rather characteristic for RMA centers. the guys who work there are clowns, essentially, I think. You know, despite having the manufacturers documents, schematics, and everything, they still do their job incorrectly. So yep, we have just one. We have just one module to replace. Anyways, that's a kind of an interesting card. Let's go ahead and go back to an overhead view. So let me clean this. Yep, this is a filthy card. Very old card, very filthy. And is it heat? I can't but help notice that this thing is darker than most of the 2070s I get. Or even just touring cards I get. Way darker. I really hope this is not heat gunned. I swear to God. If it's yet another heat gun card, I'm going to be sending the owner a very angry email. For those of you who are wondering, I do warranty my work, but if you heat gun your card, my warranty is just the day you receive it, basically. Hi Neutron, it's going great actually. Do I repair motherboards? I actually have a motherboard repair coming up. It's an RTX board. So yeah, it'll be up, I don't know how long, but I actually have one coming up. Unlike most of the motherboards I get, this one's actually video worthy and fixable. A lot of the ones, a lot of motherboards just have dead chipsets and nothing more. Or bad BIOS flash, or just bent pins, which is dead obvious. Okay, let's show you something. Let me show you something. This is super brown. Like I can't but help notice how brown this is. Okay, let me show you this. The thing to note here is notice how brown the edge of the core is, that resin. I mean, it could be natural. Like, you do sometimes see this, but I feel like this is not supposed to be this color. Yeah, very brown. Anyways, we have just one memory module to replace, and then we should be good. So let's go ahead and get to work. So we don't actually need Samsung memory in this case. I thought we did, but nope, I was wrong on that one. Let me put this one away. We're gonna grab a Micron memory module and then replace A1. Yeah. I don't know why the hell it's so brown, but yep, that's exactly what we see. So let's see, this, yep, here's my one Micron memory module that's not old. This is the only good one I have currently, because between Chinese New Year and slow shipping, and also way too many memory replacements, I don't have enough stock to get through everyone's cards that I want to get through. So anyways, let's take this apart. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now, let's get to work. Not before taking the back plate off, though. We'll at least do that. MXM GPUs. I'm not sure I would buy any of them. Quadro 5010M. I mean, I guess if you're gonna buy one, buy from a big reputable seller. At least, but I can't give you much advice on buying MXM GPUs. Okay, now let's actually take this thing, fix this. Actually, I need a moment. I just realized my Sorry, my flux is in the other room. I'll be back in about 20 seconds.
Hello.
Hello.
It's been a while. What's up, man?
Tired.
Tired, huh?
Yeah.
From working too much, I suppose.
Not quite.
Not quite. I never followed up. How did the oil-cooled rig turn out?
Putting it to the side for now.
Okay. So you're just running normally cooled cards?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Had too many issues with cooling.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a pretty difficult project to pull off.
I never let it run because I was having leaks from the water leaking into the oil because
Oh.
the big was getting.
Oh god
hard.
damn it. Give me a second.
Yeah. What is this card TC's working on?
It's
Like
an,
a 20 series card?
yep, 2070.
Yeah, 2070.
Some
2070.
some clown at an RMA center replaced every memory bank except for one, and that one memory bank is the old Micron memory. So we'll just
Yeah, it's probably because it was the end of the shift and he was like, ah, nah, man, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work.
yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
Oh man, yeah, it's been a while since I've been active. It's been a tough couple of months, to be honest, or weeks, rather.
I'm guessing school.
Yeah, but not only that, it's the whole my living situation has changed because we're moving, and so many things are happening right now, which really takes away from the time
Okay.
I have. But I'm always happy to see that when you upload a video, it gives me a good reason to take a break.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I saw you commented on my most recent video.
Yeah, I honestly I would have just replaced the banks. I probably wouldn't have tried to mess around with the reference voltages.
Yeah, I almost I actually looked at the card live on Twitch. Like I almost just went straight for the bank, and I thought, well, maybe just maybe it's one of those like weird resistors around. And thank God. Yeah, thank God.
What made you suspect that? Like just curiosity?
Because it showed errors on two channels, and it was just so static. You know what I mean? Like typically when memory banks die, it's like there's a bit more of a pattern to them. But this one was just like exact same errors all the time on every bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. To be honest, I finally got my mods running, and it was a tough thing to do for me, man. I had maths running for a while now, but mods I never got to run. And it turned out that the 60 gigabyte image that we have on the server, for some reason that just doesn't work for me at all. Like no matter which card I use it on, and it doesn't really matter if I use it on a AMD or Intel motherboard. So what actually worked was Patrick actually showed me this program. I knew it before, but I never used it. It's the Mats V2 image that's available.
Oh.
And installing that works perfectly fine. Like it runs like a charm. I don't know why this works and the other one doesn't. No clue.
I should give it a try sometime then.
Yeah. It's a good thing that it works because if you're working with older cards like I do, I think I've prepared like 10 970s recently.
Oh. Okay.
And I do like to test them with mods, and honestly I don't get a lot of 30 series or 20 series cards in.
Yeah. So Washer asks, what is the date code on the die? It's 1839. So this card is from 39th week of 2018. It also looks a little bit roasted, as you can see. Maybe even heat guns.
Hopefully it works, man.
Oh, I hope so too.
what's really fascinating is that you do it without a microscope.
What?
Most of the work.
Oh. Yeah, it's because, yeah, maybe like, when I fixed graphics cards, you know, I didn't see a schematic for like 9 months until after I you know, started working on cards. And I didn't have a microscope either because I was a college student and had no money. So I just did it based off what my understanding of circuitry and a multimeter. And that's kind of how I prefer to do it now.
Dude, like that's bad respect though. I started out with, well, I didn't start out with a microscope, but I got myself one of those big magnifying glasses, right, where you have the LED ring inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't really a good solution when it came to soldering, especially when it came to the heat gun, right? It wouldn't fit. But honestly, I don't work without the microscope at all. I just can't do it.
I mean, like, I had that 4 times magnifying thing with the LED ring. I'm not sure if you saw it, and I have a community call. It's one of my early test benches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I did have some magnification, but not like a full-on microscope. So trace work was hard, at least.
Yeah. I think, wasn't that the pictures you took in your earlier videos, like the PCB repair videos?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I would put my phone camera on top of my 4 times LED ring reading magnifier, and then that's how I recorded.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah. I had no choice. I had no equipment, so it's like, it was that or nothing at all.
Yeah. Well, as I heard, you founded your own LLC, right?
Yep. I have an LLC now. I'm officially a
Dude,
business owner.
Mad respect, man. Seriously. Like,
Thank you.
seeing how far you've come, man, it's amazing. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you. Hold on, so 1839. So I already answered that. So yeah, Radeon 7 Core 43 is dead core. I mean, you could technically be missing like some voltage, like pump voltage or HBM voltage or memory controller voltage, but these are very rare. The overwhelming scenario is dead core.
Freaking Radeon 7s.
Yeah, Radeon 7s, and they're perfect PCB, so that the only thing that ever dies is the core itself.
I gotta admit though, like as you said, man, the PCB looks really clean.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
with Vega cards.
Oh yeah, I like the fact that there's no. I mean, it looks nice, but it means that you can't repair them once the memory dies.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how things will turn out as soon as, you know, let's say Nvidia goes, maybe, I don't know, in the future HBM. Like the only chance you have when it's not the, you know, PCB or some, you know, circuitry failing, the only chance you have is replacing the core itself, which could get very expensive really quickly.
Yeah. Also the fact that, I don't know if you know, but apparently AMD is moving to that multi-chip design. So that, you know...
Yeah, the MCM.
Yeah. If you don't know how to reball GPUs, like let's say you're me at the moment, or at least can't do it reliably, and don't have a machine, fixing graphics cards in the future is going to get very hard. Because you might end up having to replace like at least one of the multiple dies on a graphics card.
Oh. I really don't want to do reballing, man.
Oh.
Like, honestly.
Honestly, I actually really want to get started, but I can't because I don't have a machine for it, and the machine that I could put together requires more power than my apartment allows. Like I've been thinking, I need to get a shop or whatever, so that I have like the power limit for a machine.
Yeah. The thing is, I still refuse to work with leaded solder. Like, the only thing you can use though is leaded solder. Like,
Oh.
what else do you can use unleaded, but it takes you like you have to heat it up to 217 to melt it, and it doesn't really, you know, it's not very nice to work with. Like the balls don't look very good, and they are not very I don't know how to explain it. It's just not very fun to work with.
Leaded or non-leaded?
Non-leaded.
Oh yeah.
Leaded stuff is great. It's just I don't want to work with it.
Oh. Yeah, I don't want to work with lead stuff either. Like I actually use non-leaded as much as possible, except for reballs where I do actually need the leaded because I don't want to fry the chip or anything like that.
You might want to look into. I found this website. I think it's Solder Spheres or something it was called.
Oh, soda
I have
paste?
to look it up again.
Soda paste?
And no, it's not paste. It's actually the same alloy I used for my low melt solder, just in you know, reballing balls. So it's tin and bismuth. So it has a melting point of I think 138 or
Oh,
something. I think
okay.
it's 138, unleaded, and I really want to get into that, but it's hella expensive. But if I were to go and do reballs, I would definitely choose something like that.
I mean, 138 sounds
Just
a
look it up.
little. It sounds like a little maybe too low. Like I mean, you know, the core can get to 100 degrees Celsius, but how about like the space between the core and the board? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was even higher.
There's a problem with bismuth solder. You can't use it on unleaded solder. It makes some sort of alloy which melts at like 96 degrees Celsius.
If you use it with leaded though, I know what you mean. If you use leaded solder and you
No,
mix it with
unleaded.
bismuth, you sure?
I think so.
No, I'm pretty sure it's only if you mix it with lead. The melting point goes down to 90 degrees, which is really too low. Do you mean the video from
Jessa James.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw that too. And she was talking about leaded solder. Like if you mix it with leaded solder, it drops to 90 degrees. Well, let me just look it up. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Yes, Jones. Bismuth. Where's this video? Unleaded. Bro. Where's this video? Ah, there we go.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, it would make more sense for it to be leaded solder.
Yeah, because I remember it to be leaded. I mean, just referencing what you said, TC, before with the paste. I use paste for pretty much all memory reballing. That works great. But when it comes to cores, it doesn't really work with paste because it just if you try to reheat it, the flux inside the paste activates and basically just diffuses it all over the PCB. Which kind of prevents you from, like, the only thing you can do is get it like a towel, like a paper towel, and you put the paste on it and you try to get as much flux out of it as you can, and then you use it to repaste, and then it kind of works, but it's still not a great solution.
Okay.
I think I reballed one chip my whole career successfully using that method. I mean, you know, memory chips no problem, but cores, nah.
Yeah, like for me, the core, like
Doesn't,
the problem with core reballs for me personally is like I can do everything except put the chip back on the board because I don't have a rework station. And
Really?
yeah, yeah, I can do everything
Okay.
but put the chip back on the board. Like I can put the
Wait,
balls on the core, no problem, right? But I can't
Yeah.
put it back on the board because I don't have a proper rework station.
I get that though, like, but didn't you? I think you said you had the IR6500. I mean, I
Oh.
know it's a shit station.
Oh yeah,
but
that thing.
Still.
It caught fire. I was using just
okay.
Yep, I was using just a preheater, right, to heat up a board, and then
Yeah.
it caught fire, and the fuse inside it blew, and I could smell it, but there's like a burning smell in the entire room. Yeah. Also, like the cable that it used to connect to the wall, it's dead now, as in it doesn't have continuity between both ends.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a big minus for the machine.
Yeah, I'm never using it again, basically.
Yeah,
I mean,
can imagine.
even if I fixed it, right, I wouldn't ever use it again. Like, yep, I'm done with that thing.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I'm sending in the Twitch chats. Hold on. You might want to take a look at that, DC. It's called Easy Spheres, and there you have reballing, uh, reballing balls. What do you call them? Balls. Yeah. Let's just go with balls. Anyways, you have the low melt spheres with the SM42 bismuth 58. Like the same alloy I use with the paste, but just in solder ball form. But again, it's just prices kinda bad, like compared to leaded at least. Let me just check it out. It's like let's for example if I go with 0.45 millimeters. And I go with, I don't know, like, hold on, just check that. Okay, 0.45, and let's do 100,000 solder balls. And that's a grand total of $297, which is pretty expensive.
Actually, that reminds me. I'm actually gonna build. Sorry, is this Sorry, the BJ rework station again? Sorry, I was zoning out from the memory swap.
Don't worry about it. No, it's the solder balls. I talked before, the bismuth solder balls.
Okay.
It's if you order 100,000 of those, it will cost you $297, which is when you compare it to lead, it's quite expensive. But then again, I would pay the price since I just straight up refuse to work with lead. I don't want that shit near me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I fucking hate lead. Like, people always tell me on stream, why don't you use good leaded solder? Because good and lead don't belong in the same goddamn sentence.
Yeah, it's so true, man. It's the same way. Yeah, I totally feel it, man. Never worked with it and I don't intend to.
Like, okay, I use it for the solder balls because I have to protect the chips and all. But like for like trace work, I just use lead free every time.
Yeah, totally feel, man. I got so used to my low melt solder that I basically use it for everything. Like I never had a problem with it. Like even if you, for example, you know the MSI 970 gaming cards, they get very hot in the back. But even then, you know, the unleaded solder like the bismuth alloy never melted or anything. So I would imagine that with a good cooler, even if you use it on the GPU itself, it wouldn't be a problem. But then again, you'd have to try. Like you probably have to run some experiments with some revolt with the works a long time.
And we have a crowd in here. That's let's see. There's Acurian, there's Lex Linux, there's you, Troublemaker, and then there's Fyro. Seems like this is the ideal streaming time. Okay, so this should be attached. For those of you maybe just joining stream, let me turn off my stream extractor. For those of you who are just joining stream, this card had according to the owner, it artifacted under load or sometimes just at the desktop. We couldn't verify this, but basically this had old micron memory. So I can tell. Firstly, the core looks like it's been heat gunned based off how brown the underfill is around the actual GPU itself. And I can also tell that this was likely an RMA card, and that the person who worked on it was a complete clown. Basically, they recognized correctly that this thing had old micron memory. They replaced every memory bank except for this one. Hence why it's here and needs a 1 bank replacement. Otherwise, I think the card would have worked. But, you know, whatever. Just, if you're wondering, this is actually kind of typical for RMA centers. The people who work there, they're clowns, basically. You know, replacing half the faulty memory, and just leaving the other old micron on the board. Anyways, let's go to side view. What's up?
It's kind of interesting. I wonder if the RMA center just replaced all but 1 memory bank.
Yeah.
I think the card was working at some point.
Oh yeah,
it failed again.
Yeah, I think it worked. I think that 1 memory bank just happened to last way longer than the rest, and that's why it's here again. So I mean, in for repair, I should say. So we're just gonna put the cooler on. We're not gonna put the entire thing apart. I just want to run mods on it, confirm that it works, and then we'll put the cooler. And then we'll put the thing back together and run it under load. So, and then of course we'll pick another set of cards. I should note that a lot of the cards that I have in queue, they're not available for picking because I don't have enough Samsung memory for all the cards I have in queue. Like, I am desperately in need of Samsung memory. Who's that?
GTR6?
Yeah, GDR6, yes. Like, I used to not get very many RTX 20 series cards requests, and now it's like, it's every other card. You know, it's like, I get an email, hey, my card artifacts, it has old micron memory, can you replace them all? It's like, yeah, why the hell not?
Oof, replacing all the memory.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, like, if you do it with, let's say, it doesn't actually take that long. Like, once you start doing it regularly, it doesn't take very long. Like, without a preheater, I can do a 2080 Ti in an hour. But with a preheater, I'm sure you could do this like in 30-40 minutes with a preheater.
Yeah, well, given that you have all your memory pre-reballed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a different story if you're taking it off a donor board. But then again, if you get as many 20 series cards as I do, there's basically zero chance in hell you're gonna take yours off a donor board because you won't have enough donor boards.
Get an employee that just reballs memory, man.
Oh, well, yeah, that would maybe be worth it if I had a good source of memory. Okay.
Does your current memory source, do those chips get do they come pre-reballed or do you have to do it manually?
They come pre-reballed. So I buy from a pretty expensive seller because the guy is, as far as I can tell, quite honest. Like, he doesn't sell the bad old micron stuff. He only sells the good one. And so basically, I trust the seller enough that I just buy all my stuff from him. Like, he charges a bit more, and he also takes his sweet goddamn time to ship. But I'd rather wait a little longer and get a definitely good module than get a bad one in record time.
Yeah. Understandable. Do you at all get older cards like Maxwell cards?
Every once in a while, but typically usually the people who own those cards, they don't agree to my repair request fee because, like, you know, like the time required to fix a 980 Ti is essentially the same as the 2080 Ti, but the 2080 Ti pays way more. So typically, I charge them a similar price as, let's say, just 2080. Well, I quote them $125 for a 980 Ti typically, but they usually don't send it in. Hold on. So before we power this on, we need to check for short on the memory phase, just in case I did the reball wrong.
I appreciate how he still uses his multimeter from way back in the day.
yeah. I mean, no reason to change it.
Stay humble.
Yeah. So that's not the right side. Let's try the other one. Hold on. Maybe. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Okay, now I'm getting worried. Did I do the reball wrong? Please don't be an incorrect reball unless maybe that's just the V core. Let's try this again.
What did it say? Like 3 ohms?
Yeah. No, I mean like 0 ohms.
High
Basic
20 core.
Okay, no. Okay, 58 ohms. Okay, I'm just measuring the wrong spot. Anyways, we're good. Let's just plug it in.
What do you have in your personal rig, I wonder?
I use a laptop currently, but I'm about to switch over to something very expensive. Because basically, at the moment, I have a workstation and I have a personal computer, and basically, what I can do is I can sell my personal computer and my workstation, and then buy a really high-end modern computer, DDR5, good DDR5, and still be $1,000 richer if I combine my work and personal computer together. Anyways, powering it on.
Yeah. Moment of truth.
Oh, thank you, Gaddon Noob, for the rating party of 5. So those of you maybe just joining stream, we're fixing an RTX 2070. The owner says that the card artifacts So we weren't able to verify this, but whoops. Actually, no, let me do something else. I need to switch the screens. So we weren't able to verify this, but this card does have old micron memory, which is known to give lots and lots of problems. So test bench display, there we go. So anyways, for this card, we can tell that it's an old RMA card, as in it was sent in for RMA at one point, and we can tell this because the clown who worked on it, they replaced all the old faulty memory modules except for one, and that's why, and that one module is the reason why it's in for repair. So anyways, let's just run the memory test, 2070.sh. So last time we ran 118 and we had a problem. Let's try it again. I'm not in Texas, I'm in South Dakota. What? Oh, right. Forgot my arguments. 70. And this time it seems to actually run. Unlike last time, where it froze, unless of course there's something else going on. We'll see. And look at that, it actually ran without issue, unlike last time where I think it errored out. Looking at the report, what? Oh right, PCI Express bus error. Because it's running at
I guess that's...
Yeah, this is not a real error. This is, this program always has problems with like PCI Express stuff. We don't care about this. We're gonna put the card together fully, get into Windows, run a game on it for like 10-15 minutes, just to confirm it's good, and then we'll look at the next card. Next card will again it'll be voted for by the viewer, but I should note that my choices are limited because I don't have a lot of the cards that I have in queue need Samsung memory, and I basically have nothing sitting around.
The best part of the job, playing on someone else's card.
Oh, yeah, you could say. Anyways, let's put this thing back together and we'll just put it in the bench. I'm very sure it's fixed. Despite not being able to confirm an initial problem, at least at the start of the stream, I'm very sure it's fixed. I should note that repairing RTX 20 series cards is not cheap. So even though it seems like a great idea to have it fixed instead of buying a new one, a lot of them do need lots and lots of parts and memory, I should say. So like it's not always economical to send it in.
Mainly because of the memory, I'd imagine.
Yep. So anyways, let's put the back plate on and the rest of the screws, and then we'll just test it. So I can tell this thing is missing a memory pad on the back. I have no idea where this is. I don't think it's in... Actually, let me check the owner's box before we put it together. That's okay. I don't think he has it, or maybe it's been lost. But I'll just steal one from another dead card. If you're wondering, I do these memory replacements for these Zotac 3080s and 3090s, and I always keep the pads because they're actually very good thermal pads, but they're not high performance enough for a 3080 or 3090. So yeah, these ones are like 3 months old, which is newer than the rest of the stuff here. So let's see, we'll put this over here, more or less. Yep. Oh, god damn it.
Do you need a license to solder to open a business like that?
A soldering business? No.
Fuck, you have so good in Austria. I tried to do it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually need a fucking license to do it. You can't do it. You have to study, I think, electronics to actually solder things, which is insane.
Oh, that's definitely insane. So somebody...
Yeah, it's a high... Sorry.
Yeah, James Dean asked, "You need your body to read the chat messages to you?" If you're talking about me, no. I don't look at chat while I work because I need my concentration. What is a fair price to fix an RTX 2070? I think at the moment I charge 150 for the service, but then there's the parts fee. Parts are just nothing I can do about parts. They often require quite a bit in just parts. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, let's see. Let's put this thing apart. I'm saying put it together, and then we'll just run a test on it for some small period of time.
Really interested in what the Intel Arc GPUs will be,
Oh,
like PCB wise and power sequencing and whatnot.
let me think. So, I think the cards are being most. I think. Do you know who Intel is partnered with for their Arc GPUs? I can't remember. Like, there's one particular AIB from the rumors. I think Moore's Law is dead. Mentioned it once, but I don't remember the AIB. I'm not sure if he even mentioned it, but rather like it was supposed to be hinted or whatever.
I don't know. I could imagine they could be like MSI though.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. I mean, knowing Intel being the lowest bidder, they're probably picking Gigabyte or Gigatrash or whatever, Gigaboom, Gigabyte, whatever. Knowing them, if they pick MSI, that would be a smart choice. But I have a feeling it's gonna be some lower tier brand. Let's see. So, sure. So SR Rock 61. My current price for 1070s is 125. It's a flat rate, and then you pay you have to pay shipping both ways. So the nice thing about 1070s is you can just send the bare PCB, and usually, and then there's parts, and parts are really about $15 because most of them need something other than memory. So anyways, let's put this in, run a game, and then we should be good. There we go. Let's see. Washer asks, are there any cards you don't or can't work on TC? There are definitely some cards that I don't take for repair. So if you let's say have if you have a Radeon 7 code 43, I'm not even gonna like if you say you have a Radeon 7, you say you have code 43, I won't even look at it. Like there's basically I will refuse it then and there, even though it may technically be fixable. I'm not gonna look at it. It's the likelihood that it's fixable is extremely low. If it's not detected, I might look at it, but I already know it's gonna be probably dead core. And as for other cards, old cards that are not worth sending in for repair, like I get repair requests for GTX 780s, R9 270s. They're not worth my time to look at because I get enough repair requests that I can kind of ignore some of the lower paying cards. And then as for other cards I don't look at,
Vega cards.
actually I do look at Vega cards. Believe it, okay, I know you haven't seen my streams very much recently, but of the I think 5 Vegas I've looked at, or 6 Vegas since I started streaming, 3 were repaired, 2 were already working without issue, and only 1 was a dead core.
Were the ones that were dead, did they have the same issue, like the dead IR, what's 3589 98 was, yeah.
Oh yeah,
3598.
one of them needed a doubler, another needed the entire V-core phase replaced. I just replaced it for good measure. It could have been the doubler, I don't know. And the other one, it actually was just this transistor, so it didn't have any power rails except for 5 volts due to a faulty transistor. It's actually kind of cool. I wish I had a YouTube video on it. But anyways, 2070, as you can see, doesn't artifact. That's a good sign. We're gonna wait for the drivers to load. We're gonna run a game on it, and then in the meantime, while I do that, I'm gonna start the. I'm gonna look through my queue, and we're gonna make a poll. You guys get to pick what I look at next. But I should note that for cards that have, let's say, memory problems, I may not be able to fix it in here now because I don't have enough memory. Like, I never have enough memory. You can buy 100 GDR6 modules, it'll be gone in 2 weeks. Anyways,
Jesus.
yeah. Let me look at let me select a few cards for Q. For those who are wondering what my background picture is, it's a Vega with a dead core. It's a thermal camera image, yep. Anyway, so that's that one. Okay, so here's our choices. So first we have an RX 470, code 43. I think this is probably a memory problem. It's an 8 gigabyte RX 470, so that's why it's intended for repair. Typically not worth my time to look at, but if it's here, it's here. Then we also have a RTX 2060. I think it artifacts. Oh, yep, that's right. Bought open box from Micro Center a couple months ago, and now artifacts. Poor guy. Then we have a RTX 3080, no post. I can tell you right now, this is going to be a memory-related problem. Hold on. And then we're going to have a, let me see. Ti Strix. I'm not sure if I want to put this in the queue because it blue screens to death, but maybe we'll see. I have a suspicion this one is a dead core, but we'll see. And then what else should we pick? And we're gonna pick a 2060 Super that I think should be relatively easy. I think I might have actually seen. No, I did not see this one. Yes. Okay. That's 5 cards. Let me get the queue ready and start a stress test. Okay. Now, let me start the poll. So like I said, you have choice of 5 cards. I can't promise all of them will be fixed here and now. Sometimes usually I don't have, if a card's not fixed, it's because I don't have the parts, but sometimes it's because it has a really weird or annoying fault, sometimes usually intermittent, that makes it not time efficient to look at. So let's see, what card should TC look at next? So we had a RTX 2060, I think I said, or let me check it again. Nope, we had an RX 470. We had an RTX 2060, yes. RTX 3080. GTX 1080 Ti. And then RTX 2060 Super. The Super I can definitely fix today. But like I said, we'll see. Anyways, let me get the poll ready. We're gonna start a poll. It'll be a 2-minute poll while I go grab another coffee. But otherwise, I think you can probably see that thing works without issue. It's running a game. We're good. This is a fix 2070. Just one memory bank needs replacing because the clown at the RMA center replaced all the old faulty Micron memory except for one bank, and now the owner has to spend his time and money shipping it to me for repair. Anyways, like I said, we're gonna start a poll. So get ready, and here's your poll, and here are your options. I'll be back in 2 minutes with a coffee, and we'll pick out whatever card chat votes for. I'll be right back.
Kieran, what's up, man? Okay.
Let's see, has the poll ended? Oh, whoops. Yes, it has. GTX 1080 Ti. Okay. Go back to side view. So anyways, GTX 1080 Ti with the one that blue screens to death. So let me look at what this card is, and then we'll see. So 1080 Ti, 1080 Ti, where is it? There we go. Okay. 1080 Ti, yeah. Nope, that 2060 Super, that like Mega Curse 2070, we actually fixed that already in another stream, like I think a week ago. But anyways, let me go grab the 1080 Ti, and then we'll be back. Okay, so before we get to the repair or even open the box, let me show you something. So, if I can find a board, that is. Okay, we have in front of us here a completely destroyed 1080 Ti Strix PCB. This is a donor board now. So I should note that one thing that you find that's kind of, I wouldn't say unique, but a bit more common on, let's say, 1080 Ti Strix that you don't see on most other 1080 Ti's is that when a memory module dies, it tends to be on this corner instead, right? Instead of, say, this corner. And that's because the inductors for the memory phase are in this corner. So what you see is, like, again, these modules around here tend to die first. Not always, but it's disproportionately common on a Strix 1080 Ti. So even before I've opened this customer's box, I'm thinking it'll be, say, E1, for example, over here. Okay, anyways, let's open the guy's box. And hi, YY2JE. And also hi, Ascends. Anyways, what are you saying, Troublemaker?
Sorry, yeah, you should like introduce a bet function. Bet on default.
Oh, bet on the fault. Okay, actually, you know what? Yeah, why the hell not? Let's have a bet. What do you guys think? Memory, PCB, or core? PCB includes solder, by the way. It seems to be like a memory it seems to be memory related, but what do you guys think? Do you think it's the memory itself or a dead core?
I go with core.
Okay, actually, let's have a poll. What do you think? What do you think? We have a so. Take a guess. What's wrong with the 1080 Ti Strix? We're gonna okay. First one is dead core because that's my guess as well. Then we're gonna pick dead memory, and then we're gonna pick other for everything else. What do you guys think? 1 minute poll. I want to see what everyone thinks. And in the meantime, let me open this box. 1080 Ti Strix.
A couple of days ago, I bought a Zotac P104-100, one of those mining cards. The interesting thing about that is basically a 1080 PCB with a mining core, and it even says on the label it's 4 GB. You can flash it to 8 though. That's actually kind of crazy. So there's actually 8 GB of GDDR5X on board, but they locked it down to 4.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yep. Actually, speaking of P104 or P106, I actually have 2 here. We might get to that later. That card's long overdue. I don't know if it's video worthy though.
I can tell you pretty much what it is.
Yeah, dead memory.
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, dead memory or dead core. Yeah, I know. It's not that difficult to guess. Anyways, let's see what the poll says. Oh, dead core or other. Okay, so people by other usually means PCB or solder or whatever. Let's see. We'll see. Okay, let's find out. Well, let's find out. So, 1080 Ti Strix, the nicest 1080 Ti you can buy, in my opinion, by far. And this one is, wow, this one's clean, I gotta say. I almost don't want to touch it. I can tell this one is very clean. Very well taken care of.
Yeah,
very nice card.
Look at that beauty.
I know, right? Like, in my opinion, no card is better looking than Radeon 7 and a 1080 Ti Strix.
Yeah, it does have some appeal, man.
Yeah, man. I wish I could get a 30 series card with the 1080 Ti Strix cooler, and maybe like an updated PCB. Anyways, it does the card does not smell, by the way, if you're wondering. This one's actually clean, and it doesn't even have like a chemical smell that you find for overly clean cards. So, anyways, let's take this thing apart. And actually, no. The guy says that it crashes on driver install or whatever. So let's actually just plug it straight in after taking at least a memory check. So, and also PCI Express lanes. So believe it or not, crashing on driver install can actually be the PCI Express lanes. I've seen it before. It's not very common. It's usually just if you have a problem with the PCI Express lanes, it's just not detected. But it can be a thing. So we're gonna check 12 volts first. Yep, 3.3. Yep. So, preference clock plus, normal, minus, normal. Anyways, let's go to first PCI Express lane.
Do you mean that the PCI Express has a wrong, like the capacitor has a wrong value?
No, I mean the diode reading at the PCI Express lane is bad.
Okay.
Are you talking about
But
reference? Are you talking about reference clock plus and minus?
No, because you said it can be related to the PCI Express readings. So I was wondering if it was due to some component, because that would kind of indicate a dead core.
No, it was the first PCI Express lane for the Vega that I looked at. Crash and driver install.
Oh, okay.
Abnormally low and high reading on the first 2 lanes. Mining riser. Actually, no, it was not a mining riser card. This one was inserted correctly, used for 3 months, and then just died. Like, wasn't even taken off, just died. So anyways, like I said, we're going to plug this in, and after checking for a short on this 12 volt rail, and this one, yep, anyways, like I said, we're going to plug this in. We don't have to worry about a short on 12 volts for this one, because like I said, the owner's already done it, and didn't exactly catch fire. So, before we take this off, RTX 2070 had artifacting problems. It was an RMA card, we can tell. Looks like it was heat gunned as well. The clown who worked on it replaced 7 of the memory banks because it had old micron memory, but he left 1 old micron memory bank on. Hence why it has to be sent in for repair again. Anyways, it works. Let's turn it off and plug this one in and see the symptom.
Imagine they have to do it like this, because people have to send it in again, and it's more money for them.
Yeah, I guess you have to remember that. Yeah, the technicians who work at RMA centers, they don't get paid like hour rates, basically. So fake broken. I wouldn't call it fake broken. It's more like it is broken, but like it should have been fixed. You know, it should have been fixed ages ago.
Stupid reason broken.
Yeah, stupid reason broken is a more appropriate term. So anyways, let's plug it in. I gotta see this. Oh man, 1080 Ti's tricks. Like, I wish the 1080 Ti was fast enough for the stuff that I use graphics cards for, because I would so own one of these still. Best card I ever owned. It's quiet, relatively power efficient for its time period, and just awesome to look at. Professor Green Thumb says if it's working, then it's not broken. No, it was not working though. But it does. Okay, so this one has damage to the LED. Do you see this quite a lot on strings? So there's an LED tube. That's why the LEDs stop at over here. And this one no longer crashes on drive install. Actually, it now hangs. It'll hang for a minute, and then we'll let it run mats. Yeah, Paul the Average. Yeah, botch repair is exactly how I would call it. Some clown replaced. He identified correctly that it had old micron memory, which does need to be completely replaced. The clown replaced 7 banks, sent it back into the owner, and the owner used it for months. Right, it worked for months, as far as I can tell, until of course that one last memory bank died. That was the old micron memory, and then it has to be sent in for repair again. What is the advantage of tricks cards in mining versus normal cards? I'm almost offended that you would use such a awesome and beautiful card for such a low purpose. But the advantage is that it has very good cooling.
Is that an iced coffee?
Yes, iced coffee. I love my iced coffee. I don't know how anyone drinks anything warm. Like I just burn my tongue every time. But anyways.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like Matt. So I understand why you drink something warm in a cold country, but and actually no, South Dakota is pretty cold. It's I think like 2 weeks ago it was negative 25 degrees Celsius roughly, plus wind. This is before wind. Like it's not wind chill. This is like the actual temperature, and then you add 30 km/h winds. But like
Wait, that's crazy. Did you just use Celsius?
Yeah, Celsius. It's like you'd be surprised. It gets stupid. Like on some days here, it gets stupidly cold. Like you can go further north and it'll be warmer sometimes. Anyways.
But that's not what I mean. Like it's just rare to see someone from America using Celsius instead of Fahrenheit.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment. Let me put the 2070 away.
Celsius.
That's because I'm not actually like a true American. The part that you probably don't know about me is that I didn't grow up in the States. I grew up in Thailand. So everyone there uses Celsius. Okay. Yeah, I lived there for 17 so years.
17? Jesus, okay.
Yeah, long time. And let's go to the screen view for the mods photo. So anyways, yeah, I lived there for like 17 years, and that's why I got used to using Celsius. Of course, now that I'm in the States, I have to use what in the hell is this? Look at this. F2FFF. I've never seen this before. I gotta know what's wrong. I gotta know. Oh yeah, for sure. This might even be a YouTube video if we figure it out. Like it looks like it's an interesting enough error that it might be YouTube video worthy. But A1. So 56 to 63, last 8 bits of A1. Anyways,
I mean, it doesn't really look like a dead core though.
yeah, I don't know. It's not your typical dead core, but it's like it is a 1080 Ti and it's an old 1080 Ti, and memory problems on 1080 Ti's usually mean like dead core. I would say more than 50% of the time. But anyways, enough with this. Let's side view and then overhead view. So let's take the card apart and diagnose it.
I think I just made the most expensive failed products ever.
What's happened, Akurian?
I added 10 column caps on EVGA GTX 1080.
Oh. Did you get any
Was
like?
it worth it?
Yeah.
Did you get any better overclocking results? And also Saigo, I think that's how it's pronounced, asks where am I currently? I live in South Dakota, United States. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, by the way.
It's slightly better, but it's still EVGA.
Yeah, so it'll still catch fire and
It's-
run a hole in the board, yeah.
It's quite crap.
So let's see.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So someone's asking, can you do a bench tool list? There's nothing. I don't do like tool lists because there's nothing special about what I use. This is a Walmart screwdriver. This flux was free, given to me, and that's the only reason why I use it because I hate NC559. This was just something I saw on a YouTube video, and it's actually quite good, right? None of the stuff I use is like expert or good equipment. My microscope is trash. It was like $70. That's why I bought it. But yeah, there's nothing special about my equipment. You don't want to be buying what I own. Anyways, so also, Sago asked who's the other person speaking. So okay, let me reintroduce everyone in chat. So in Discord chat we have, let me check. Firstly we have Fyro. Fyro is a graphics card technician in Canada. Send him an email if you have a broken graphics card and you're in Canada. We have Troublemaker. I don't know his real name. Do you want to bring it to?
Moritz.
Moritz. Oh, that's right.
Moritz. Yeah.
Moritz. That's right. Moritz. I'm sorry. I'm not used to like those kind of European names. But yeah,
Yeah, don't
Moritz.
worry about it.
I'm just curious. Do you take customer cards for repair, Moritz?
Not yet, but in a couple of weeks I will be. I'm also starting a
Oh
business.
dear. Oh fucking dear. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys should see this. You should see this. I can see something very fucking wrong with the card right now. It's off camera. Okay. What do you notice that looks really off here?
Oh boy, is it? Oh no!
Man.
Oh,
Man.
no!
This is not a good.
God.
This is not a good sight.
It looked clean from the outside.
I
man,
know,
but
right?
We were bamboozled.
I know, right? It looks so good from the outside. Oh man, this is not. This is no.
Probably been cleaned in the dishwasher.
God
Oh
damn.
dear. Hold
Never
on.
judge a book by its cover, man.
I know, right? Let's see. Definitely, nope. It's hardened, so definitely reballed at some point. Oh man, no. We don't want. No. Damn it. God damn it. Anyways, let's take it apart. We're not gonna dismiss it as dead until we have proof, at least. And unfortunately for these kind of cards, proof would be changing the memory bank. And I actually think probably fixable if you're willing to put in the time to reball the core, because this looks like a I don't know. The course having all this flux going on is
I never got that. Why would you, like, even if you were to reball this, right? You have to have some level of skill. Why wouldn't you clean it up?
I don't know, man. Maybe just RMA Center. Maybe. Anyways, so for those of you who cannot tell, let me just zoom in. Maybe it should be obvious once I zoom in. Okay.
Oh no.
I know, right? Oh man, look at that. Look at that.
It's nasty.
I know, right?
Or the
It's-
shit itself.
I know, and it's also kind of dark. Like the actual substrate around, it's
is
definitely dark.
The epoxy on the sides still on.
It is actually, oddly enough. I think maybe they just reapplied it, so maybe an RMA sensors work. Maybe. Oh man, why does it have to be like this? Why? So yeah, so some of you who said not a dead core, but instead something other going on, you just might be right. Anyways, let's clean this up. So I can see some browning
What
of the
is-
memory controller on the top right, but this is not A1, so I can't. I'm not going to dismiss it as dead. But god damn it! Why does it have to be one of these cards?
You know
Is it-
what's be interesting? Look at the if you look at the what was it? I think K1 A1. You
Yeah.
can tell if it's the same core that was supposed to be there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, yes. Because sometimes they swap. Yeah, that's right. Anyways. Oh man, why?
I think you need to press
Did
the
they-
display button on your camera.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys can see that stuff. Does it bother you all that much? I was gonna do. I think.
No.
No.
Okay, I'll just do it later. Why does it have to be one of these cards? Like, why can't it be nice, like a not already screwed over 1080 Ti? Oh man.
If you had a case in your contract, like if there's a previous repair attempt, you need to declare it. Otherwise, it's $50. You will make so much money.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I've been thinking about like adding like an extra. If you touch the core, I'm charging you extra for my time kind of clause. I don't have a repair contract yet, but I will have one like within this month. And I've been thinking about it. Like I know like one guy he literally has like a clause in his contract saying that if he finds cockroaches in your device, he charges you $40 no matter the outcome, because that's how many cockroaches he gets. Okay, so yeah. So the first thing I noticed is that this, even if we can fix this card, it's not gonna last very long. I can tell. Let me show you this under a microscope, because actually maybe you can see it if I just zoom in. I think it's an RMA sensor.
Oh.
You can see the browning in the top right, so of the core itself.
Yeah.
So remember that we have errors at A1. This is not related to A1, so this still might be fixable, but it's not going to last that long. We can tell this thing is pushing end of life. So like I said, you can see the browning of the core in the top right over here. So eventually we'll have memory errors at the memory banks around here and also around here, but not yet. So anyways, the problem is A1 being right over here under this pad. So anyways, let's take off the rest of the cooler, and actually while we're at it, let's just take a few resistance. No way, we can't check everything, can we? No, we cannot. Anyways, let's take off the cooler. Man, this is such a shame. Like the card looks so good from the outside. It's like, you know, it's these tricks to own. It's super clean, you know. And then we open the card up, it's like ew, just ew.
Of course, Saturn F has checked the serial number.
Oh, so it's not. Oh shit! Thank you, Satanith. If you don't know, Satanith is an RMA expert, so he can tell you that if he says that the card if he says this flux is from the end user, it's from the end user. That's how we're gonna leave it. Satanith is the final authority on whether a card has been RMA'd or not. Man, you know what? I should make a YouTube video on just this card, of us opening it up. Why the hell not?
Is there a flux
User-
above the memory inductor?
Is there flux above the memory inductor? That might be alcohol, actually. No, I think it's alcohol. No, it's just alcohol. I spilled some. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Ah, man. Man, it was going so
Kind of
well.
sad.
I know, right? Like, this card might have actually been fixable until some buddy decided to just reflow the core. Like, I can tell that the
Looks
actual...
like rosin flux.
Yeah, I can tell that the glue thingy is a little bit browner than usual. But, you know, well, I mean, Satan says he's not the end-all knowledge, but he is better than anyone else in this chat when it comes to RMA policies and services. So, like I said, if he says something is true, we're going to take it as true, because nobody has a better opinion than Satanith on this stuff. Anyways, let's take off
I honestly I don't have a clue about RMA.
Yeah, I don't know very much about them either. Oh man, why does it have to be one of these cards? Why? Oh well. At least you can say the card's not boring, right? But... hold on.
Yeah,
Am I
it's the
missing
only positive, I guess.
Yeah, hold on. There's still one more screw left to look at. Sorry, I mean take off. Damn it! Why does it have to be a 1080 Ti Strix of all cards? Like it's so nice. Like it just feels it's just ruined now basically. Great cosmetic condition, and now it's just flux all over the core.
It almost feels like you're personally offended.
I know, like I am. Like this is my favorite 1080 Ti. Like it's not like some people like to prefer the Kingpin or Hall of Fame. To me, this is the 1080 Ti that I like, and of course, that. Anyways, let's zoom out a bit. So, anyways, we have problems at let's just take a resistance and voltage, not voltage, just a resistance check. Maybe we can spot something off even before we take off anything off from the board. So, starting with the 5-volt rail, we don't expect to find any problem here. No reason to think there's anything wrong. 684. I almost want to say it's a bit low, but we'll just dismiss it as normal. So, 1.8 volts. That's normal. So, Asus cards, they typically hover around 750 as opposed to 850 you find on most reference cards. Checking PEX, we should be fine here. 60 ohms, normal. And finally checking memory. Please be a shorted memory module. But that's normal resistance. Actually, it might be a little bit low, but it's relatively normal, so I'm not going to say anything. So anyways, like I said, we have a problem at A... what? Hold on. Is that... okay, this one looks browner than the rest, actually, I want to say. Maybe it's just the thermal pad grease, but it looks browner a little bit.
Serial number.
So the serial number is 7QA77, just like the other ones.
Out of curiosity, is the core appropriate for the memory layout?
Yes. Most 1080 Ti's are K1, so most 1080 Ti's actually have fully working memory controllers, but to make it a 1080 Ti, they need to disable half of one controller, so they typically disable the first one, K1. Anyways, let's take off of the, let me get my GTX 5X, take off the module, replace it, and we'll see if it becomes functional. I should note that even if it becomes functional, I am not going to warranty this card, except for the day it arrives at the owner's residence, because, like I said, my policy is basically very simple. If you touch the core, you can goddamn forget about having a warranty. There's nothing...
I imagine.
There's nothing beginner or amateur level about trying to fix a dead core, or even do anything with the core itself. You can replace a resistor here or shunt or whatever. I don't care. You touch the core, you're gonna get a 0-day. No, you're gonna get a dead on arrival warranty. If it's not dead on arrival, I'm not gonna warranty the work. It's that simple. Anyways, so let me look at the questions in Twitch since I ignored them for a bit. So, what can make the die corner on the GPU be dark? This is just generally from age. So this is just a dying core. There's nothing. It's not due to user inflicted damage. This is just naturally occurring in this case. You typically see it at the very ends themselves, usually in the top right end, but sometimes in the top left. Let's see. Core doesn't look terrible, but that, yep. Hot air on chip. Okay. Okay. Anyways, like I said, let's replace the memory module. Typically, for these kind of cards, you want to be worried about burning the plastic over here next to capacitors. But for this particular card, because it's likely a heat gun card, I'm not even gonna care if we burn the plastic. Like I said, you want to touch the. If you want to, well, I don't know who the hell did this. I'm not gonna say the customer did. Sometimes they send it to another repair shop, but this is an atrocity, to be plain. Anyways, like I said, let's get to work. So we're gonna place this memory module. I am not hopeful, if I'm being frank, but only one way to find out. Yep. Anyways, let's get to work.
Doesn't the back, just a quick question before you do it.
What's up?
Doesn't the back look also kind of brown, like it's been in the oven?
Do you think it looks brown? It looks okay to me, from my view.
Like if you look at the ATX power connectors, like the kind of yellowish tint around the
that's
solder connections.
That's normal for Asus cards. That's normal.
Oh, okay.
That's normal. That's not a concern. So I don't think it's been in the oven, just maybe heat guns. Anyways, like I said, let's take off the memory module and let's find out if it's fixable. But not before applying at least a little bit of aluminum tape. So, like I said, I don't really care if we burn the plastic. This is not a card that the person who worked on this cared enough about. But you know, just I don't like burning plastic. So we'll put some aluminum tape over the capacitors, just to protect it a little bit. Okay, now let's replace the memory module. Master Elect asks, is the browning at the top right of the die from itself or external? It's from itself. It's a naturally occurring fault. If you have like that same brown color on top right, your 1080 Ti is not going to live that much longer. Oh, that's disgusting. This flux bubbling from under the core. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'll show you in a moment. I mean, at the end of the day, I charge a repair attempt fee, and that usually means I owe the owner a repair attempt, even if whoever worked on this last is a goddamn clown. I'm not sure if you could see, but the flux was bubbling from under the core. Anyways, let's replace the memory module and see if the card works.
Out of curiosity, what's your repair attempt fee?
It is $30 or $40. $40 if I think I have to replace at least one memory module. $30 if I don't.
Oh, sounds fair.
It does, however, mean that I do work on cards even when they don't seem fixable. Unlike a very certain repair shop that seems to like saving time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. I need a solder wick. That's what I need. Yep. It used to be 45 at one point, but I thought it was too high, honestly. I think 30 and 40 are a bit fairer. Like high enough that I will actually spend some time on the card, even if it doesn't seem fixable, but low enough that it's, you know, I'm not trying to profit off my customers' bad luck, or maybe in this case, somebody's bad work. Hold on, did you just call my hot air station a heat gun? I'm slightly offended. Do I apply liquid metal for my customers? No.
subscriber.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Nelgan. So, let's see. Like I said, thank you, Dr. Nelgan, for subscribing, and also Balaji, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. 851 asks, what flux do you like to use for chip replacements? So for memory, I use you can't see it anymore, but SRA TF5000 Tachyflux. Anyways, let's clean this up a little. No, whatever. Anyways, and let's take this off. And do we burn any plastic? No, we do not. Not that it really matters. Probably dead core anyways. But let's clean that up again a little bit. I'm not too worried about making the board clean. Whoever worked on it last didn't care either. For GDR5X replacement modules, the part number you should be looking at is D9VRL. Some people use D9VRK, as far as I can tell they're the same, but I don't actually know. But D9VRL works on basically every 1080 and 1080 Ti, outside of one very specific 1080 Ti that has 12 gigabit per second memory. Anyways, that's done. Let's let the card cool down and we'll see if it becomes working. Okay, so let's have one more poll. Do you think the card will work? So the card, it needs a bit of time to cool. So while we're at it, let's have one more poll. Will the card work? Let's see. Okay, 1 minute poll. Here we go, 1 minute poll. I know what I would vote for, given the flux on the core.
Did you check the patch number on the alt memory?
Yes, it's the same
Are they all the same?
Yep, they're all the same as far as I can tell. Yep, so actually, no. Some of them are actually different. So some of them are 7R on the board, some of them are 7Q. The one that I took off is 7Q, yep. So we have a mix of memory types.
Sounds extra promising.
Let's see. 50-50 whether the core is alive or dead. Okay. Well, the card's warm enough. Moment of truth. Let's see. Did you guys get it right? Well, we'll see. Like I said, my bet is on the core being dead forever, or at least not fixable due to maybe a bad reflow attempt. That seems to be a thing. But like I said, I don't think replacing the memory will make it run again. But one way to find out, right? So, test bench display ready? Okay. Moment of truth. After, of course, checking for short on the memory phase. I almost always forget that because I just get used to reballing, replacing way too much memory. So, 32 ohms and rising. Okay. Let's go. we're gonna check the core voltage. It should initialize to 700. If it, hey, look at that! Look at that! It actually works. Wow!
I voted for yes.
It actually works. It actually works. Yeah. Well, I guess I was wrong. I thought the core was like done for, right? Because you know all that flux around the core, all this weird foreign memory. But yeah, apparently we have to test it, of course. But apparently, it worked without issue. So as you see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, streamer luck. Streamer luck. So yeah, what's the problem with this GPU? So far it seems like we just had one dead memory bank at A1. So A1 is this over here, this one. I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but apparently, I say, because the owner said that it used to crash on driver install, and when we got it, it would just hang on post for a minute and then post due to memory-related problem. Replacing the memory bank seems to have improved the car's condition. It could just go back to being faulty again later, but at least as a first look, it does seem to work. Like, if you voted for working core and bad memory, it seems like you're going to be right. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I should note that for this card, even though it now seemingly works, I can tell it won't last that long. So if you saw, there was a browning in the memory controller of the top right. Like I said, it's not going to last forever, but at least the owner will have a working card for some small period of time. But yeah, seems to work. So anyways, let's put it together. Let's put it together and test it. So does the core have protection for these kind of things? They do have a few protections, like thermal protection, overcurrent, overvoltage, undercurrent, all that. But for this kind of, well, there's no protection from an idiot with a heat gun, assuming that whoever did this was a heat gunner. Oh, yep, so thank you for watching the video, at least staying on stream, SRRock61. I'll look at your, repair requests likely in like 3-4 hours.
You see, I have to go, unfortunately. I wish you the best of luck. I'll be joining later.
Sure. See you later, Troublemaker. Thanks for joining.
See you later, man.
So yeah, this one, besides being filthy and not being very helpful, it seems like this one might actually work. Okay. Anyways, let's put it together. So this is a 1080 Ti, Strix 1080 Ti. Yeah. Very nice card. Very, very nice card. Shame about what's happened before, but nice card nonetheless. Anyways, we're gonna put we're gonna run a poll for the next card while I put this thing back together. I'll try to do it quickly so that we can go straight to testing it, but these cards, they have quite a few screws. So, put this over here. Anyways, we'll have another poll. So the poll will be basically the same, except for, we'll take out this 1080 Ti trick. So we're also gonna add the 2070 that we looked at today. Oh, hold on. So like I said, we're gonna add the 2070 that was looked at as the first card. Wait, why is it not? Oh. Sorry, I can't even see the text anymore because it's the wrong color. There we go. Or, whoops. Give me a moment. Okay, so like I said, we're going to have another poll. So we're going to keep the same cards from before, but we're going to add one more. So let me pick a card. Hopefully not a memory problem again, but we'll see. And so I have to pick something that's been here for maybe a little longer than the rest. but there's not too many cards that I would want to pick from that pile. Most of them are being saved for YouTube videos, so which one do I pick? So many choices. We're gonna pick a, in fact, we'll pick a, I'm gonna put a 1070 Ti in, so, actually, no, we'll pick a RTX 20 series card. Actually, yes, we will. So, 20 series card, another 2070. This one has been in queue for a while, so I'm gonna put it in the, so this one I was waiting on parts, but it's now fixable because I have the parts. So, anyway, like I said, we're gonna have a poll, and so yes, my hardware station is the Quick 861DW. If you work on graphics cards, you will definitely need a good hardware station. So, what graphics card should TC look at next? So again, the choices are RX 470. Let me see. 2060, RTX 2060, RTX 3080. Then we have the 2060 Super. And then finally, we're going to put a 1070 Ti, so 2070, because this one's been in queue for a while. So, okay. Two-minute poll. Pick whatever card you want me to look at next, and we'll try to fix it on stream. As always, if I don't have the parts or I can't figure it out in a short amount of time, it will be put away for a later video or stream or whatever. Like, for some of these cards, I won't have the parts. I need lots and lots of Samsung memory. I don't always have enough in stock because of, well, between Chinese New Year and the fact that it takes a month to get here from China. But anyways, let's get the poll ready. So, switch to a, yep, there we go. And start the poll. And here are your options, by the way. The two cards in green were the two cards we looked at today, and those were both fixed. In the meantime, I'm going to put this card back together and test it. The 1080 Ti Strix, that is.
You just got raided.
I just got, by who?
The Black Splash with a party of 24.
Oh, thank you, the Black Flash, for the raid, by the way. For those of you who are just joining, we just looked at a 20 Ti Strix, and now we have a poll, so 10 Ti Strix, that we just fixed, dead memory bank, apparently. We have to test it further, be sure. But, yeah, we have a poll at the moment. If you want to vote for what card I will look at next, it's listed in the, well, you can see it on screen. Let me know when the poll has ended, Fyro.
RX 471.
RX, oh, code 43. Did they win by a lot or just a small amount? Let's see. RX 470.
Significantly.
Okay. RX 470. Code 43. So I can tell you right now, this is again going to be another memory related problem based off the code 43. I should note that the owner, I think, if I remember correctly, the owner actually already tried to flash the BIOS, so we're not going to do that because because the owner does know enough about graphics cards to flash his own BIOS. So like I said, we're not going to do that. We think it's probably a dead memory bank, but we'll have to confirm it, of course, once we get a look at the cards.
Or the core.
Oh yeah, or dead core. That's actually quite common for these mining Polaris cards. Yeah, so yeah, we had one apparently fun save today. 1080 Ti Strix that was actually, let me go to an overhead view. So 1080 Ti Strix that, as you can see, seems to have been heat gunned and reflowed. So this card did not look like it would be fixable, but it does seem to at least post now when it couldn't before. So we think maybe it is actually fixed. We'll have to test it, of course, further. Sometimes these memory issues come back, but at the moment it's looking pretty good. I'm really hoping it's a fix. It's well, I plan to upload this Twitch stream onto YouTube at a later date. I think it's a good enough stream to put onto YouTube, for sure. Oh, god damn it. I dropped the screw. You know what? I'll find it later. It's okay. It's just one screw. I have a spare lying around. This goes in the back, and of course we need the one more that we didn't add before. Oh, that's right, it goes in the back. Yeah, that's right, we can just put it in the back. We don't have to worry about this so far. Anyways, thermal paste, and of course, we'll test the card. Hmm, 89 viewers. So yeah, sorry about the boring parts. This is fixing graphics cards is not always all fun in games. Sometimes I have to do the annoying work of putting stuff together so we can test it and confirm that the card does actually work. But let's see. All the rest of the screws go onto the back, so we should be good. So for those of you who just joined, again, we had a 1080 Ti Strix. The card seems to have been heat gunned or reflowed by somebody else. There was a lot of flux. Did not look like it would be a fix, but now it at least seems to post. It could just die again later in a short amount of time. You do see this with cards that have memory problems, but there's only one way to find out, and we have to test it to find out. So anyways, so we have the code 43 RX 470 next. Like I said, this is probably just a dead memory bank. I'm not sure I can actually fix this on stream because unfortunately RX 470s and 580s and just those kind of cards, Polaris, Alismir, they use a lot, and I mean a lot of types of GDDR5. If it has one of those rarer brands, I'm just gonna have to put it aside after at least initially trying to diagnose it. But like I said, this one seems to be fixed. Let's put it back in and try to test it. Maybe this time it won't post. Maybe. Okay. Anyways, let me go get the RX 470 and then I'll be back. Okay, RX 470. So the owner of this card actually sent another card in before. He had a 1070 that how do I put it? That one actually requires a reball, which I couldn't fix because it has basically it would post with the heatsink on, but not with the heatsink off due to mounting pressure. Anyways, RX 470, as you can see, small box, small card, code 43, so probably memory or dead core. We'll see. For an X mining card, I'm leaning towards dead core. Okay, so we have an MSI RX 470. If I remember right, these cards only have partial cooling on the memory chips, as in they don't actually cover all of them, just some. Okay. This one, we'll let the drivers install for the 1080 Ti Strix, but while we do that, overhead view. So we kind of already know this is a memory related problem, and this kind of check that we're about to do is maybe not too necessary, but we'll do it anyway. So like I said, first we're going to start with 12 volts at the PCI Express slots. Good, 3.3. That looks a little low to my eye.
Good, still good. It's
214.
higher than 200 ohm.
214, not much higher than 200 ohms, but yep. So I think it's probably fine. So now check first PCI Express lane. Yep. Second one. Yep. Random one. Yep. They're all the same, which is what matters. Checking reference clock plus and minus. Plus first, 0.86. Minus 0.86. We're good. Checking 12 volts. We should have no problem here. Again, we're good. So because this card actually let's check all the rails on the back of the card. So we're going to check 5 volts. I think it's this one here. Or let's see. Or maybe it actually comes from the PCI Express slots. Okay, so it's this one here. So we have 15 kilo ohms. That's just fine. Now let's check 1.8 volts. 3 kilo ohms. That's good. Now we want to check display rail. So that should be around here. I'm not sure where we can check it in the back, I'll be honest. I don't work on too many of these cards. But let's check the memory controller, which should be typically in this end, so here. 24 ohms, normal. Checking the memory itself. 30 ohms, normal, so maybe Samsung memory, given the low rating. And what else are we missing? That's it, I think. Yes. And display rail, but we have to check the other side. Okay, so this one installed drivers already. We're gonna test it later, but like I said, I think it's probably fixed. Okay. So for an RX 470 or 580 or just 400 500 series cards, when you have a memory related problem, what you really want to do is to get the card to post. Because once you post, when you get to the Windows logo, you can then tell which memory channel has errors, or just run T-server. That also works. But like I said, I'm mostly interested in getting the card to post so we can see which memory bank is likely dead. So, turn the card on. Okay, so I can tell the card is hanging on post, as is common for cards with memory-related errors. Let me get the post card. Okay, again, it'll show 2B and it'll get stuck there. So for this card, I actually need my HDMI to DisplayPort cable, which is somewhere. So yep, 2B. What's up?
Can you just use a secondary card instead?
I wanted to post so that I can see the artifacting. Why?
Yeah, yeah, because on the Discord, um,
What's up?
yeah, just check the pin
Check the
on
what?
the Discord. The RX 547 advice. The pin message.
Okay, sure. What's up?
That's actually quite
Which one?
amazing. The one with video.
Which one?
Um,
There's a lot of pins. Which one?
wait. The RX 500 400 series advice. The pin message.
They're
The
they're
third
about they're
pin
about
message.
which one? They're about 12. Which one?
The third.
Basic question, Akurian. Which one? Which
Yeah,
date?
wait. That one.
Okay. Yes, I know this because I made a video on this. That's why I want the card to post.
Yeah, as secondary card,
It,
surprisingly it was, but as primary card it doesn't.
until of course you change the ports, which is why I'm looking for my display port to HDMI adapter.
Mm.
Okay, let me see if I can find the cable. I'll be right back. This might take a minute. So like I said, once you have I have a YouTube video on this back from I think September. If you can get the card to post, you can determine which memory channel is bad based off location of certain vertical stripes. Give me a minute and I'll go look for that cable. Okay, back to the side view. So like I said, despite the fact that this card hangs on post, what you see with a lot of RX 405 series cards is that if you change the port that gets used, it can sometimes be made to post, and then you can look at the Windows boot logo and the vertical stripes to see if which memory channel has an error. And this one, no, hangs on post. So next one. Okay, thanks. Yeah, we'll see we'll check the BIOS later. So, nope, not this one either. Let's try the next one. Hi, Kuzelnik. Nope. Hangs on post on this port as well. Let's try it with no ports.
Secondary device then.
Yes, I know, Kyrian. Okay, hangs on post. So the only port that might work would be the DVI, but I don't have a cable for it. So let's grab the 10 Ti Tricks, plug it in, and we'll look at the BIOS information. So this card actually might use SK Hynix memory. So some SK Hynix memory has pretty low resistance. We have 30 ohms in the memory phase. Might be normal, we'll see. Unfortunately, this is going to be painfully slow because we have to verify the BIOS is correct first. Okay, let's save the BIOS and check it. Verify it's the correct thing with Polaris Bar Editor. Okay, that's done. Okay, so this BIOS has, let's see, which vendors does it have? It has Hynix H24MJ, MJR. Okay. And according to GPU-Z, it should auto-detect which memory it has. Oh no, hold on, that's a 1080 Ti, what am I thinking? Hold on. GDR5, okay. It says Micron though. It could just be bleeding in over from the GDR5X card, so this is not... I think it's probably just bleeding over, yeah. Anyways, we'll see. Anyways, let's take the card apart. Let's first confirm it's MJR, Micron memory. And if it is, then we'll have to run T-Server on the card.
Can you actually just run this server right away before disassembling the card?
Why?
Because once you disassemble the card, you have to put it back again.
It's
So,
four
just run
screws. It's 4 screws.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's the one without any mid plate.
Yeah, no mid plate. Just 4 screws for the cooler, and that's it. Okay, so SK Hynix MJR. So the memory is correct from the looks of it. And because it doesn't post, we can't use that trick. I have a video on it, by the way, from October or September. Yes, I do know the trick. I literally made a video on it. But we'll have to put it in... We'll have to run T-Server on it to get our faulty memory channel. So Kieran, do you know exactly which memory bank is used to determine the vendor? Is it always the first channel?
Based on Daniel report on memory testing, it's yes.
Okay.
A not an A1.
Because that's what I have a Radeon Pro WX 7100. Sometimes when you try to read the memory, it just says auto detect. I thought it was A1 or A0, I should say, given it's the PCIe slot memory bank, but I wasn't sure. It doesn't you can't use it with T-Server because it's a WX 7100. So anyways. Okay, powering the card on. Again, we're gonna run T-Server. $101 viewers. How the hell do I have 100 viewers? Look at that. How did I learn? Okay, Fallout Pitboy 3000 asks how. Oh, hold on. The memory testing image did not load. Sorry, let me redo this. Fallout Pitboy 3000 asks, how'd you learn so much about GPU repair? I used to be a master student at a math department, and I used to buy broken graphics cards and try to fix them for fun. And also for money, because I thought I would make some money off of it. I didn't actually make any real money off of it, but I did it anyways. And after doing it for long enough, I eventually more or less understood how these cards worked. Anyways, We're gonna run T server, so we want the RX. Yeah, this image here. Oh yeah, a few of my early customers tried to pull that "you be paid with exposure" nonsense. I told them to piss off, basically. Anyways, ls. Yep. Okay. We'll be running /470, and yes, yep, /470. I have a my bachelor's degree. What my bachelor's degree is, I was a double major, mathematics and computer science. Not sure how long this is gonna take. I'll be honest. I typically don't take RX 400 and 500 series cards for repair.
Usually less than a minute.
Okay, less than a minute, sure. We'll give it a minute, and then if it's been a minute, we'll just I like to look at it. Yeah, we'll just leave it for another day. We don't want to take forever because 100 viewers. We want to keep this thing going. What's up?
No, actually, based on the Dominic on RX 400 and 500 Harris advice,
Mm-hmm.
on 470 you might want to use 580 instead,
Okay.
because the 480 test on the 60 gigabyte image usually throw the GFX pipe bullshit thing.
Okay. Okay. So yes, I did learn some. I learned some programming as well. Yes. Okay, so it's been a minute. We're gonna assume that it's frozen. We'll do it again. So the problem with this card is that it's code 43, the RX 470. Typically for these 400 500 series cards that, let's say, hang on post, if you use the correct display port, you can get it to post, see which memory channel is bad, by extension try to replace the faulty memory bank. But in this case, it doesn't post in any port except for maybe DVI, but I don't have a DVI connector. So we're going to try to use T-Server to see which bank is dead. So here it recommends we use the 580 script, because apparently the 481 has problems, so enter. Okay, that's /580. Let's go. Yeah, if I kind of wish I had a DVI connector. Okay, now it should be testing the for channel 1 rank not. Okay,
right.
channel 1. Okay, A1, A0.
No, it's and not A1. Just force close the test using CTRL-NC.
I'm sorry?
Just force close the test using CTRL-NC.
I was gonna wait for it to end so I can look at the entire report. Oh, so what happens?
Sometimes it won't.
It won't end? Okay. So we have A naught. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
A naught. Hold on. Hold on. Let's look at that. So nano what is it again? Memfa.log? Oh no, that's not how they do it. No, they use /580g. That's right. What? B1, B naught?
No, that's the old test.
Oh. Oh.
That might be.
Yes. Or
No, it might be in the wrong test.
alright, hold on.
Can you
Nano.
Can you check the folder instead?
Check the folder and okay. ls. Let's see. Which folder?
That's not folder. That's
Which folder?
file.
Which okay. Which?
Des mods.
Okay. ls. Okay.
No, not des.
I'm sorry?
On Twitch chat. Yeah, I don't know why they put it there.
/mods. Okay, sure.
No,
I'm sorry?
no, um, just type the /mods, cd / and mods.
cd/mods. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's an interesting name. Okay, so ls, let's see. We're gonna pick the, you still recommend 580 and not 480 or 470?
yeah,
Okay. CD
580.
RX 580. So, oh, whoops, just 5. Hold on. Is it 2?
Yeah, it's just 580.
Okay, 580. ls, okay. So, now I have to run tserver. So, tserver dashboard test equals empha dash skip IOMMU check. And, yep, that should be good. Let's run the test. Or did I?
Just
Oh.
skip IOMMU.
Yeah. Hold on.
No, remove that one. Yeah.
Because I know, like, on this system, for some tests, you have to run that command or they won't even run. So yeah, channel 1 rank not. It should be A0, isn't it? It's just the PCIe memory bank. Okay.
Actually, if you have another monitor, you can plug the port to the RX 470 without any display, and when it runs the test, it will display.
Oh. I will definitely consider getting another monitor then, in that case.
That's what I mean on the RX 400 and 500 series advice.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant it as a primary card. Let's see, where's my MJR
just type
GDR5?
nano.
MJR GDR5, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. And this one is, what, AJR? Yes. MJR. Okay. Let's see, nano memfa.log. B0, B1. Do you trust the results, Kieran?
You might want to plug the display out to the card.
While running the test?
Just type the command,
Okay,
switch the display to
okay.
the RX 470, and then type enter.
Okay,
like that.
sure. Okay, and let me switch display. I think this is actually just channel B, not channel A. Yep, channel B. There we go. It is actually channel B, so I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I can see it. Channel B. So the one on the right...
And B0 or B1?
It's the one on the right. This is B0, right?
The right B1.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you this.
It's not so clear on here.
Let's see, oh, and it just ended. Hold on. Let me run the test again. I'm pretty sure this is B1, isn't it? I mean, sorry, B0.
I'm not sure. Without any display. Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. You can't see, oh, you still can't. Okay, hold on, let me... Must be my capture card. Yeah, I can't show you, but it's clean on the left side and dirty on the right side.
Based on Dominic, the right one should be the 1, and the left side should be 0. Wait.
Are you sure? Because I have a video where it's dirty on the right side and it was A0.
Might be because just checking the RX 500 and 400 series advice. That's Dominic opinion, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay, let's check Dominic's opinion. Why the hell not?
That one I did the second message I typed the second dot message.
Okay. Okay, fine. So we'll try that one. Let me Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and do it. Enough of the time waste. So for those of you on stream, we have a RX 470 with code 43. We know it's memory channel B. I think it's B0. Personally. So the suspicion is that it's actually B1, according to Uhurian, based on the fact that the artifact's on the right side, but I think it's B0.
Can you catch it based on the visual inspection? Because there's no heatsink on it. It may appear darker.
I mean, there's no heatsink on these three memory banks on the right anyway, so they're all going to be darker.
So they are equally darker.
Yes. Okay, let's plug in the RX 470 and see if it works now. But not until we've at least done a resistance check. $25 and rising, yep. So it's not shorted. There was no warranty sticker. Well, not, sorry, sorry, how do I put it? The guy who owns the card already broke the warranty sticker. Okay. Does it post this time? Maybe, maybe not. So, any votes in chat? Will it post? Why not? Let's have a poll. Do you think the card will post? And no poll. We'll put 3 choices. Will the card post? And for the no reason, I'll give 2 options. So we'll put yes, we'll put no, you swapped the wrong memory bank. Maybe it's possible. Okay, you can't. We'll put no, wrong memory bank. And also put no, dead core. Just in case, it could be a dead memory controller. 1 minute poll. While the card cools down a little. If it doesn't post, we'll change the other memory bank, but I have a suspicion, given the card's age, it could maybe just be a dead memory controller. Though it being at channel B is a good thing because it's the only channel that has no heatsink. So maybe it's just a poor design. Akurian, what's your vote? Yep, everyone wants to know your vote, given that you're the resident RX 400 500 series expert. I think it's like 1A.
I missed the. Which model did you replace?
B0. So yep, have your vote. Did I replace the wrong module? Do you think it's a dead core? We'll see. So most people think it'll post. 3 people think it's a dead core, and 2 people think it's a wrong memory bank. Okay. Moment of truth. Uh-oh. Hey, look at that. And it posts. So yeah, not only does it post, I got the right memory bank. It's not B1, it's B0. There we go. So anyways, let's boot Windows then, in that case. Okay, let's boot Windows. We'll run a game on it for like 10 minutes. We also have to run a game on this for like 10 minutes, but I'll leave this for, I think we'll leave this for the very last 3 minutes, whatever. There we go. So we switch to the test bench display. There we go. So yep, it'll load Windows in a bit. Load drivers, we'll just run it under load for like a couple minutes. So in the meantime, we're gonna prepare another poll for the next card.
Oh, hey, it was.
Yeah, it posted. It was B0. It was B0, if you're wondering.
Yeah, that's correct then.
I think the right side is the 0 and the left side is the 1, by the way. For the stripe, I have an RX 580 artifacting video. It has like that problem on, it's ugly on the right side. But when I go to check the memory banks, it's A0, and we know it's A0 because the memory bank is actually short to ground. You can check it. It's an RX 580 artifacting video. Like I think the right side is 0 and the left side is 1.
Yeah, just maybe some weird thing.
Maybe it's different on other cards, right? It's like other RX 580s or whatever. But it's like, as far as I can tell, it's the ones I've looked at. 0 is on the right side, no, right side, and 1 is on the left side. Anyways, like I said, let's just run this as a game, and then we're gonna start a poll. So, if Steam is loaded, it's okay. When Steam loads, the game will load. Anyways, let's start a poll. Let me get everything ready, and then we'll vote for the next card. So far, we looked at 3 cards today, and all 3 have been fixes. Feeling pretty good, I gotta say. This is a good day. Good day. Okay, let me add another card from the queue for the poll, and then we'll let you pick. I think this might be... So this will be the 4th card looked at today. I think it'll be the last card as well. So actually, hopefully nothing too difficult, because I do want to be somewhere. Actually, yes, I do need to be somewhere. So I'm actually going to change it, so we're going to have it so that only the 2060 and the 2060 Super are available to look at. Sorry. I do have somewhere to go, like I said. So, new poll. Okay, so the poll is about to get started. So we're only going to have 2 choices, 2060 and 2060 Super, because I want to keep it short. Like I said, I have to be somewhere. So, about to start a game. It'll start in a second. It's okay. We'll see it in like a minute or... Oh, hold on. Did it crash? Oh no, that's not a good sign. Let's try that again. It does post, but it seemingly crashed. We'll let it run one more time. My computer can sometimes have issues on it first boots. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's not actually a fix. Anyways, we'll start the poll. So your choices are as follows. And it'll be a 1-minute poll. So 2060 and 2060 Super, these are your choices. Has it ended? And yes, it has. RTX 2060 Super. Okay, let me go grab the card. Dead memory bank for 2070. So, I'll go grab the 2060 Super. In the meantime, we'll try to let the RTX 470 run something. I hope it doesn't crash again on the load. That would be depressing. But if it does, I'll look at it at a later date because I don't have that much time left. Anyways, let me go grab the 2060 Super. And is this a crash? Oh dear. Yes, it's crashed. So we have a 470 that crashes under load. This might take some time, so I'm gonna look at it at later dates. But for the time being, that's twice it's crashed. I'll look at it at a later date. Maybe it's a fix. Maybe it has other issues. Probably other issues. Probably memory. Come to think of it as well. Maybe the other memory banks. But anyways, let's put the 1080 Ti Strix in. And I actually have to go grab, like I said, the 2060 Super, or 2060, whichever was voted.
Super. I think.
It black screen while idling at desktop. Okay, I'll remember that. I'll look at it later, but yeah, those kind of issues take some time, so. Okay, let me go grab the, was it 2060 Super? Yes. For the RX 470, I'll look at it off stream for the most part. I might do it, so I'm not too sure how long it'll take. I don't know if it's necessarily stream material, but like I said, I will look at it further, probably do the repair. Like, I'll at least try to figure out what component is dying, on the RX 470 and then replace it on stream and then show you it works. Okay, so we have
the voltage. It make the voltage missing once it's under load.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't like you could be right. It might be a missing voltage. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at it right now because it'll take longer than it needs to, and I have to be somewhere. So like I said, we have a PNY 2060 Super, not detected. Yeah, that's right, PNY. So, where's my knife? I'll put this away over here. And where's my knife? Oh, there we go. But this doesn't, yeah, that's right, on this side. Relatively well packed as far as I can tell, but in an ITX Z-Force 90M ASRock board. So pretty small 2060 Super if you can fit in here. So we'll at least try to confirm that the 1080 Ti is fixed, so the RX 470 needs more work, but this one we haven't stress tested yet.
Sorry, I have to sleep.
That's okay.
Don't be
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Yeah, this is the last card we look at on stream, so you're not going to be missing much, and you can always see the VOD later if you want. Anyways, thanks for joining us, Akirian. See you later.
Yeah, bye. Have a nice day.
You too. As you can see, 1080 Ti is running on the low. Like I said, I do think it's a fix, despite the fact it needs extended testing. So, we have in front of us another graphics card. This is a 2060 Super by PNY. Or is it? Yes, it is. It's one of those 2060 Supers with a DVI port. In fact, it's a very bare 2060 Super. Has one HDMI, one display port, and one DVI port. Very kind of dirty as well, no back plates, very basic heatsink. Not a very good card, but in for repair. So the first thing we want to check, of course, as a standard, is for dead PCIe lanes. It's rather common for a lot of cards, especially these days, to come in having been inserted backwards into a having been in a mining riser where the riser was inserted backwards. Overhead view, by the way. But yeah, under load 1080 Ti tricks, we should be good. Anyways, as per usual, first thing we're going to check is the PCI Express lanes. So, we're actually going to check 12 volts first. That's fine. 3.3 volts. Fine. First PCI Express lane. Normal. Second. Normal. Random lane. Normal. Or hold on. Yep, that's right, normal. Checking, going to the back, we're going to check reference clock plus and minus. Normal. Normal. Checking 12 volts to the external A pin. Normal. Okay? So now let's check the voltage rails generated by the card itself. So first, we're going to check, let's see, what's 5 volts? I actually don't know what 5 volts is for this. It might be, is it an LDO on the front? We'll have to take the card apart for 5 volts, but we'll at least check the memory phase. So the memory is over here, 2 phases. 10, oh hold on, 9 ohms. Let's try that again. 9.6, 9.5. That's very low. Is this SK Hynix GDR6? I don't know. Anyways, let's actually just take the card apart. So the guy says the card is not detected. Well, we hope it's a living core, but I could be wrong. Default Zero asks, am I repairing it? Yes, this is a graphics card repair stream. Fallout Pipboy 3000 asks, are reference PCBs easier to work on than custom OEM boards? Usually yes. You learn it by fixing. You learn to fix graphics cards by fixing graphics cards. There's nothing special about it. Okay, so card parts. This one's not heat gun like the last 2060 Super we looked at. So first things first, let's check 5 volts. 5 volts is on this inductor here. This is an MP1475 garbage buck converter, but let's check it. So 6 kilo ohms, that's just fine. Now we want to check 1.8 volts. So actually, let's just check the fuse while we're here. This fuse. Yep, that's fine. Or yes. Checking this fuse. Yep. And now let's check 1.8 volts. I presume it's this one on the left. Could be wrong. 11 ohms. So that's actually probably PEX rail. So this one must be 1.8 volts. Yep, kilo ohms. So yeah, 1.8 volts, PEX rail, 5 volts. Memory is very low from, if I remember correctly, for these 2060 P&Y 2060 Super cards. 9.4 ohms, micro memory, that's fine. And it's not old micro memory because it's a super card, so that's good. Anyways, the guy says the card is undetected, which means that we want to be plugging it in. And while we're at it, let's check something else. Let's check the resistance of the PEX resets pin. Nothing in particular. Checking the output should be 100 kilo ohms. Yep, 100 kilo ohms. Okay. Anyways, only one way to find out why this thing doesn't work. Let's plug it in. I did check PEX resets, yes. Anyways, side view. As you can see, the 1080 trick seems to work, despite how awful it looked. Oddly enough. Let's turn it off. So we can use this card, and we can check this card instead. Okay, let's plug it in. Get our multimeter ready. And let's turn the card on. Getting kind of warm. Waste of time. A waste of time. Yeah. It works. They said it's not detected, but it seems to just boot without issue. It might have an intermittent fault, but I have a feeling that maybe you'd be surprised how many of my customers say there's something wrong with the card, but when I get it here, it just works for 3 weeks, no problem. So a card like this is going to go straight into a mining rig, actually, because it's the only way I can test multiple cards under load at the same time. Yeah, we're going to paste it, we're going to put it back in I'm going to put it in a rig. I'm going to leave it for like a week. If it doesn't fail within a week or two, I send it straight back to the owner, and he can send it back in later for no additional charge. Like I won't charge him another diagnostic fee if he sends it back in later and it does actually fail. But for the first time, it's always a diagnostic fee. Waste of time. Yep. Post. Waste of time. Anyways, despite the fact that this is not even failing, or probably not even going to fail, if I'm being honest, given what I know about some of my customers, this is gonna be the last card we look at today. So as a summary for the stream, we looked at I believe it's 4 cards. Let me look at my queue. So yeah, so the guy says it has no signs of power. I don't know what he means in this case. Whatever. Let's see. We'll make it no. Okay, so no, it's not crashing at all. So I go by the customer says that this card gets no power. By no power, what they really mean is the fans don't spin. There's no LEDs. Does this have LEDs? I think yes. No. So the fans don't spin. Not detected, no LEDs. Like by no power, they mean like it just doesn't perform like it does anything. Yet when we boot it, yep, you're getting warm already. It posts without issue. You know, if I can't get the card to fail, then I can't fix the card. Even if it does have some actual problem, if I can't get it to fail in front of me, I can't fix the actual problem. You'd be surprised how many of my customers send in cards and they just work when they get here. I'll be upfront and say that I consider cards like this a waste of my time. I don't. It doesn't matter if I get paid for it. I don't want to just open a card up, boot it, and then put it back in its box after putting it together and shipping it back. Waste of my time. Anyways, this will be the end of the stream. So for stream, we looked at 4 cards. We looked at an RTX 2070 that was artifacting. I can tell this card was an RMA card. The clown who worked at it at the RMA center, they recognized that it had old faulty micron memory, but they replaced all the memory banks except for one. And that one memory bank is the reason why it had to be sent in, because it started artifacting or having issues. So we replaced the one memory bank. It was old faulty micron memory. Worked without problem. We already tested it on stream. Then we looked at a 1080 Ti Strix. This was the heat gunned, or seemingly heat gunned, card with lots and lots of flux on the core. I don't think, according to Teneth, he doesn't believe it's the RMA center, because he does deal with a lot of RMA cards, and I agree with him. And we replaced the memory bank, and it apparently now seems to work without issue. We actually tested it just before plugging this in. As you saw, it released ran for 3-4 minutes, so we think it's probably fine, but it needs further testing, of course. Memory problems can sometimes come back. Then we looked at a RX 470. So the RX 470, originally it would hang on post. And when we ran a memory test, it showed errors at B0. We replaced B0, and it can now post, but it crashes under load or even at idle. I think this is still memory related. I want to look at it off stream. It might be, if I fix the card, I'll diagnose it off stream, but when I fix the card, it'll be done on stream, and then I'll show you it run for like 5 minutes under load, of course. And then we look at the 2060 Subaru. As you can see, and annoyingly enough, it just posts and works without issue in a second. There we go, and there we go. Oh well, whatever. So I actually think today was a pretty good, decent stream, despite the somewhat mixed results. One working card, apparently, RX 470 that needs more work, and 2 other cards that seem to be fixed, but need more testing. Again, if you have a graphics card, or a laptop, or even any electronic device, for example, I actually got sent in a metal detector remote recently. If you have any electronic device, and you want it looked at, I will likely look at it on stream. Most of the stuff that I look at is on YouTube or on stream. Not always. Sometimes I save stuff for YouTube videos, and then I decide it's not YouTube worthy, and it never ends up anywhere. But like I said, most of the stuff that I fix, graphics cards, laptops, all of the electronic devices, I look at almost always on stream. Like this, like the 1080 RTX, like the RX 470 over there on the shelf. You can see it in the corner, and the 2070, which is in the owner's box. So anyways, like I said, I hope you learned something watching stream. It's actually a pretty decent one in my opinion. And if you're wondering, the next stream will be Friday. So today is Wednesday in the US. It's 12:38 p.m. Next stream will be Friday, and we'll look at maybe 3-4 cards. I'm not too sure. And like I said, it'll be Friday. It will start at roughly the same time, so a bit after 9 a.m. Central Time, because this is seemingly the most popular time for my streams, according to my viewers and my viewership. We actually hit a record for this stream, 101 viewers, in part due to being rated twice, but thank you to the raiders. And thank you to the people who subscribed, as well as followed. I don't think I got to call all of you out, but like I said, thank you again. It's sometimes when I work, I can't concentrate on my work and look at the Twitch chat. But like I said, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. This is the end of the stream. And actually, Fyro, are you streaming? Fyro, can I raid you?
No, I'm almost not awake.
Oh, okay. Fyro's gonna go to bed, so I have no one to raid. In that case, or maybe I do. Maybe Greg is on. Is Greg on? No, he's not. Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching stream. The next one will be on Friday, a bit after 9 a.m. Central Time or GMT -6. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. I also have a website, www.techcemetery.com, if you want repair requests or submit one. Again, thank you for watching, and bye.